Hope you're all well. Thank you for joining. Just gonna have a look at the market. Let's find a direction first. I don't think we got any much news today. Let me double check. Go check last night. There wasn't many major news. Wednesday, nope, not really. Okay, so we got no news to play with. So in terms of BPE, I think daily was bearish, turned bearish, which is a pullback to the weekly. Why is it so slow? So we got, that's the recent daily bearish. What's going on with this? Hola, how are you, Monique? You okay? Welcome, mate. That's daily bearish. So we got, obviously that's pullback to the weekly, because the weekly was a buy breakout from quite a while ago, which is here about 6-7 weeks ago. So I'm not sure why my mouse is so slow. There, that's the hat. We got a good range to the weekly. Every time I had a pullback, I always check the range to the weekly pullback. But right now we're at a roadblock, which I think this was the same as last week. I think last week we did on Thursday, yeah, we did. It was a Thursday that we did a streaming. So we're still in the roadblock, not quite break yet. 4 hour I assume be bearish too. From yesterday. There you go. That's the recent H4 breakout. A bit tired to be honest. Okay, why are you tired? What you been up to? Yeah, I caught. Let's see what I caught. I caught a couple buy. Where did I catch to buy? Was on this pullback into this roadblock here. And I caught a sell. No, Monday. Yesterday I didn't catch it. Yesterday was a bit boring to be fair. No, that wasn't it. When did I caught buy it? Yeah, it was on my on YouTube. I've been doing live YouTube started this week, so I've done live for the first time Monday, and I'm going live now. But I'm just showing this screen what I'm showing, yeah. So we know we talked about. I think it was last week we talked about being accountable. So I thought if I go live, you know, expose myself to YouTube viewers, so it can make me obviously pick more high possibility trade setup. So yesterday I didn't have any. I mean, I predicted a few things and they did play out, but I didn't take it because it wasn't my A+ setup. But on Monday I had a buy and a sell. So if you check on YouTube on Monday, it should be there. So this is H4. So we had a H4 breakout here. This candle is not closed yet. Another hour. So I assume we had a pullback on at least F30. Okay, we had a pullback on H1 as well. Yeah, but H1, the H1 gave us a CF, which is here, only just recently. And that's probably an area where I'm looking to take my sell. But keep in mind, I'm at this daily roadblock that I mentioned earlier. This here, this whole candle, where price come down. So if I'm selling, I'm not gonna be holding for a while. If we break this level, then I'm expected to go a bit further, at least to its EF anyway. or maybe fill this gap at least. But that's if we break through this roadblock. That's my thinking. So now we have a H1 to the downside. So H4, H1 to the downside. So I'm bearish for now until price show me otherwise. Now all I do is try to find a zone where I can try to get in if price return to it. This is not a bad zone, but it's too close to where price is at the moment. And it's quite big as well. See where price is now. I prefer it to come back to a bit higher into premium as the H1 breakout is from. So this is my range at the moment for myself. That's the range I'm playing with now to look for sell. So while this zone is quite good, it's a bit low. So I'd rather wait for a better price, better pullback, and to see if any sell setup form, any confirmation form. Because right now I've got I've got my high time frame level in line, right? Got H4 bear and H1 bear. So just waiting for a pullback to a nice zone and see if I can find any lower time frame confirmation. Let's see if I can get a better zone up above. Might be considered this zone, which is just above 50. And obviously the last zone up here. Price might turn for this zone, to be fair, because this zone is a strong zone. Here, look, it's break all this level, reject from here, break through. And you see, so it shows some rejection anyway, but I'm not gonna sell from here. That's too low for me, for my opinion. So let's see if price does come back to them zone and see if we can cast a sell. But also, if you really want to scalp, you can go to a low time frame and see what time frame do you pull back. So say example, right now, most likely L1 will probably give you a pullback, but L1's a bit too low time frame for me. So you see, look, L1 gives you like a pullback here, and then a confirmation. So that's something I would have taken like my A+ setup, but someone that does do with L1, they can probably take that, but it's not for me. Until back testing, but L1 win ratio is not as good, and obviously with me waiting for a better price in terms of like premium on this range. I was shorting gold yesterday. Nice. Where did you short from? What price? I got a bit late yesterday and I didn't. When I got up and I did a live stream, it was about, I think it was about 1 to 1:30, and obviously I had to pick my daughter from school to do the school run. So I think I'm doing about less than an hour on live stream, and during that time it was just sideways. Let's see. Yeah. So I think it was down here. This was the time where was it down here? No. That can't be. It was sideways for about at least an hour. Didn't show me nothing. Okay. Yeah, I did. You know what? I did mark that as well. I marked and I mentioned it in in the live where it took the liquidity and ran off. They had an order block underneath it. Let me see where it was. I think it was this one here. It was not a big run, but it's still, you talk about SMC. The people that does do SMC, they can probably take that move. Let's go into it more. I think this is where I was on that time, was half one here to here, and I left one, yeah. It was just sideways, so I couldn't move, but I was mentioning that it just took this liquidity into this order block. This is for SSC, obviously, like I call it engulfing and whatnot because of my strategy. But yeah, and it hit more or less. I was thinking that it would take this high, no less, but the TP would have been your level. But yeah, it give you quite a good, I think it was 4 to 1 if I remember right. No, I think it was 6 to 1. Marked it yesterday. That's me assuming that it would take the high, because I was saying that SSC would have gone for this trade. Stop loss in there. Or was it 4 to 1? I'd order that high there. But I didn't take it. That is not something that, not my concept and not my strategy, so I didn't take it. So it's a bit boring yesterday for me. To be fair, I was only on the chart for a good 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, so price just carry running down. Do you want to pull back? To give it M5, so this M1 that someone would have took, would have got them a nice one. See that we marked here, pullback and a confirmation. But this is where discipline stay. While this did give you a nice 100 pips, if you would have taken it on a pullback here, 20 to, I know, at over 50 pips, it did not match with my strategy, so it's not something I would have took. This yesterday's one, let's have a look. Okay, yeah, very nice. You're playing with a Bollinger Band. That's the same as Rudy, right? Rudy's doing something like that, isn't it? With his Bollinger Band. Very nice. Let's see where price might react to. Just took out Asia low. How further did it go? So that's Asia low. $16. Oh, good. 45th. Did you notice every time you take, not every time, most time that I take out a session low or high or liquidity, it sometimes gives you extra 40-50 pips. Like even here, take out that, that's probably about 30-40 pips. That's just something to give like unnoticed. There was a couple good setup that I noticed as well earlier, but I wasn't around chart to take it. If here, like you look at here, you had M15 breakout, M5 pullback, M5 confirmation. I marked this here earlier. Yeah, why are going to give you a run? It's still for you if you're working out, marking out your stop loss and your TP is about 2 to 1 to 3 to 1 almost. Yeah, let me show you. Now that pullback, yeah. Continuous breakout. Continuous breakout is another thing I tend to take. I don't tend to take the first setup. So that's that breakout from this M15 breakout, right? So you check what's that to M30, it's a pullback to M30, right? Yeah, so you got that range to play with, right? And that M15 break upside is also a reject VR, right? Because you got the first one here, and then this is the second one. This M15 break. This one here. And after that, you would have an M5 pullback, which is here. And then you come down, Give you this M5 breakout is not actually a breakout because it's not an EG breakout. Ideally, you want an EG breakout, which is here. That's another thing about breakout. Like a strong breakout would be EG breakout would be that. So when price come back, you're gonna take the entry here, come down again, test your patient, and then so you would have had that set up. Just at the worst entry at the start. It might be 2 to 1. Okay, no, it's just over 1 to 1. 32 over 50 pips. No, I didn't catch that myself. Okay, price come to H1 level now. Let's see if we get any pullback, any kind of retracement. So it looks like it's got to do a third leg down. It's got a good rejection in it. Let's see. Okay. I can't see it being a strong zone here. It's already been mitigated, so I would have thought it would have tapped that H1 level. Okay. Now this makes more sense. You can see this breakout here. 1, 2, 3 breakout. So this would have been nice. That's the 5-minute. Just rejecting into that. Have we got a new breakout yet? No, not yet. What? So we just keep waiting for it till the range now has gone further. As price continue pulling down without giving us a pullback. My type trading view seem really slow today. Looks like a third leg down. There's a couple of scenarios that can play out here. which is, well, I'll tell you 1 minute before I mark the third leg. That's 3 leg down there. More or less similar sizes, each leg, similar size. Here's the scenario. So we got a weekly buy, yeah, and a daily pullback. And now daily is gone into roadblock. So that to me price can react off that and continue with the weekly, yeah. That's one scenario, and that could happen on a H4 buy breakout because that would be high risk setup. Another scenario is that you got, obviously that's high time frame. I think prices come below 50% if I'm right, yeah. That's the range from there to there. Price at 50 now. Another scenario we got is you can go further down. Go to the daily. Because at the moment you got daily breakout from here, H4 breakout here. So while H4 daily and H1 is bear, I can look for continue sell to the next roadblock down here. Once you break this roadblock, so that's scenario 2. Reason being because daily H4 and H1 is bear. And obviously scenario 1 is that the only reason why our price can go bull is we are roadblock and it give us a H4 buy breakout. But that's not quite happened. So I'm looking to continue selling until a certain level breakout. But if we're scalping, I would still look for to sell, just because M1, H1, M30, everything is there, unless you give me like an M15 breakout, M5, because if it give me M15 breakout from down here, breakout to the upside, that obviously is a pullback to the M30, which is here, the recent breakout. Too much. Let's get rid of some of this. That's better. So we had M15 breakout to upside here, M30 sell breakouts up here. So there's a good range. If there's a good range to trade to, then I can look for scalp. If M15 give me a breakout, M5 a pullback, and M1 a breakout to upside with the RSI. Where's my RSI? With the RSI being below 20. Where's that? Yeah, so that would be my scalp. Okay. There you go. And as you can see, but the RSI has to be on M5, not M1. That makes sense. You know, you got M1, but the upside, the RSI would be on M5. But nothing for now. In this strategy, I don't really care about loot. It's just about, there was another comment that price comment. Okay. So what is your confirmation? What would you say your confirmation would be, Thomas? Did you have a look at the EU? Let's check on EU. Can't remember what happened last week. A special entry pattern on time frame. Okay. Time frame 3. When you say time frame 3, you mean 3 times, like you got confirmation one time frame and then another time frame, and then you got a third time frame and a lower time frame for your entry. Okay, got you. What did we do last week? Can you let me know what day it was last week that we done a live stream, so I can look at it and see, because I don't know what I said on this on EU. But we did look at EU last week, didn't we? Was it a Thursday? Well, I would assume it was a Thursday. And I was soon looking at a nice pullback to, it was on Monday. The 5th, okay. So it would have been here. But look, this trending market that played nicely for BPE. You know, this is a nice entry here. This is engulfing breakout. You look on H1 and 30, you had a EFEG. EFEG, lovely. Fill the gap, okay. The 5th. Would it be 1 o'clock, right? I normal streams at 1 o'clock. I assume so. Next market. $2 o'clock. Let's check daily. Assume daily would be the buy sell breakout. Okay. So daily sell breakout from here. What's the EU? Is that for now? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 6. Okay, so you want to buy for? Yeah, that's an EG breakout. So in the would have been a nice zone to look at. What? Okay. Let's mark it first. So I would have marked that. Just that. Just probably like most likely on Monday, Sunday, Monday. There you go. So that weekly gap open, I marked that because of where it closed. That would have been my breakout zone on H4. It was probably is a continuous for the daily because daily was bare. So we can check. So it would have been this here. You know why we choose this engulfing, right? That is a sell engulfing. This green candle break the low. So we would have marked that. Another one we probably could have marked was this hidden base. So within that H4 breakout, there's this 2 zone. This is the first zone, and then this, the top zone, the second zone. So now price has react from that, and let's see a lower time frame. So you got this is H1. Base to the downside, F15 to the upside. Yeah, so I would have this zone mark, and then if you give me an M15 breakout, I would mark this zone. So when price get up there, and then stop loss just above this. This is a QM breakout, and M30 is QM breakout too. So anywhere between this first level or the H1 first level of high time frame level, but anywhere around here would be a nice sell to take, and we'd obviously give you a nice cycle as well, as in like M5 break to the downside as well. Because right now you got so M30 to the downside, M15 to the upside, M5 to the downside. So that's like a high risk setup. But in the origin of the breakout, what I mean by the origin of the breakout is this here. This is M30 break to the downside, and this is the origin of the breakout. So anywhere within this zone, you can find an entry zone, and the bias would be the same. You know, the only thing that would invalidate it is if a candle closes above that level, like so. Because now if that did happen, my M30 is bullish, so the setup would be invalid. But it is a nice key zone here because of the breakout back we marked back there on H4. This is the low highest point, and then we got M30 break to the downside, M15 to the upside. Come back here, wait for confirmation, would be the M5 M5 to the downside, and obviously you got on lower time frame you got swing high for 10 line liquidity. So if you come back and give me something like this, a QM M5 as well, then I can take it. Something like that. But yeah, I would wait for confirmation on M5. But while we can look for sell, don't forget H1 is still bullish. So if we did have this setup and it closed below this candle, then H1 is bearish, then we can hold our setup. Just like, you know, while the price is moving, look for where you can hold or where you think you can TP. Did that help that explain? That's how I look at it anyway, in terms of like BP. 5th of March, yeah, so we had a daily breakout there. No, 5th of May, sorry. I don't remember what I said last week with this. That's 10 o'clock. No. 1 o'clock. Oh, this is 4 hours. Okay. So it's still really bullish at the time when 1 o'clock come. My thing is really slow today. This is 1 o'clock, so when this kind of close at 2, we're bullish. Yeah, it wasn't any, look like there's no clear, because before all this price action, you can see that the price is going sideways price action before this. even by just by looking at this, I would be confused myself to see any kind of like setup. I mean, we had a buy here, breakout, so I thought that would be the second leg. I would have thought that would be my third leg, but we were, well, this is we at the daily origin here. I probably would have looked for something like in here to look for any setup or find a zone. There's a mountain, damn it. So yeah, what time is it? What time is it now? 1:30, okay. Did he give us any setup? Let's see. No, only M1 again, see. But you know what? M1 will be would have been alright. See, so you take an M1 setup, yeah? Obviously, this is the first one. And then here you got a pullback. Yeah? And then no confirmation to here. So this breakout from here and price come back. Didn't take your stop loss, because the stop loss will be above this high of the breakout. It's a shame because I don't take that on well. Yeah, because I know some of my other colleagues do M1. Thank you, M1 setup. Just that for me, I just not like taking it. So obviously, not taking it will make me miss some setup like this, but also save me some losses that can provide a lot of noise on M1. I need to learn more about volume. This is what we're looking for with this. So you go. If I'm Y, G, all sorts. See, there's a lot of volume here with the candle small. That means profit taken, right? Yeah. But the market's gone without us, without doing any kind of setup. Well, there was a few where the roadblock is. As you break out the roadblock, not quite. It's taking this low though. That would be Asia or let's go to each one. London low. So it took 4 this low and this low. This Sunday, Thursday, okay. Another thing I tend to look at is where did the move start as well. So if the moves start like say drop it up here, what time is it? 6:10 London. So on a higher time frame. Maximum move. And obviously you got a low time frame. Do the third push in here. Yeah. What's this? M5? No, okay. That's right. Do any of you catch that sell? Even for you guys, let's see. You had any low time frame confirmation? You know you said H4, H1, M15. Is that anything to do with your? That's like that. You know, no, you don't do engulfing, is it? So like that seems like some people do that with the engulfing. Price come back to H4 engulfing, then I give you a H1 engulfing, M15 engulfing. That's not your strategy, Thomas. No, I don't do that. No. Yeah, no, I didn't catch no trade. There's nothing for me. I mean, like M1 did play out, but like I said, I don't do M1, so I'm not no setup for me. This is a time where I think I learned patient discipline. Like why I know the M1 give setup, I'm still not taking it because that's not something I do. So that showed me that I can have discipline and patience on my side. Yeah, it's a crazy fool. But to be fair, is not expected because you got daily H4, H1 all down to the downside, and the weekly range for the next wall block anyway is quite further down. So here's the weekly recent breakout. So there was good range to come to. I mean, my only concern was this daily wall block that we were at here, but it looked like it's gonna want to break that because we rejected to 3 times now. But I think maybe today might want to try and break it. If it does, then my next kind of like reaction will be in here somewhere. But that's a nice 4 here that happening. This is daily. Well, this is what. Happening Asia, start of the move, and then New York. Asia, New York, and then New York. So if we break that wall block, we're looking for something on this EF, and then the hidden base on the daily. Something like this here. Next wall block. And maybe a reaction around here. Bit too big. I would have to look on low time frame and refine that somewhere. They're quite close by now, but this is 24, 200. So today, ideally, I want to see it break that, or between these two levels here, it would I'd assume I would not expect a little pullback, a little bounce from here on this 2 level. How much did that give? 19, 99, 80 pips. I did not expect gold to continue bullish much. No, I mean, the only reason I see it bullish now is we respect this daily roadblock and give me a H4 break to upside. But I can't see that happening. I'll say I expect a little pull, but a little reaction from here. This is something I'll mark. After taking all this liquidity, there was a little doji in there. Can't remember what time frame it was. I had a little doji in there. So this time frame. Yeah, it was a H1 doji. From previous teaching, I know this shape here is like a, a cross. The shape is very powerful. So I assume that it might give us a pullback, which it kind of did so far. How much pullback? Let's see. 90 pips already. See, so even if you just take that from here, but even on the highest point, that's not 90 pips already. Do you expect this to? Let's see what the day. So right now I'm just waiting for the day to close. See if I'm gonna be continuing my bearish or it might turn around and give a pullback. And that's one thing I've kind of I would not proud of myself, but glad I achieved that. I'm patient now. Like I wouldn't rush into things if like before where you rush into a trade or you're impatient and you've seen a setup that is not your kind of rules and plan. And I do that with kind of ease now. I'm not really like this. I did expect some kind of reaction here, and before I would have just like enter on as soon as I touched this line, which it did play out this time, but obviously not all the time it does play out. And I'm just I tend to wait for my A+ setup. If the price will break this level, then yes, but if there will be only rejection, then we can go back up. Yeah, yeah. But for me, it not only just reject it, I want to see give me a high time breakout as well, just because like even to give me say reject up this daily level and give me a M15 breakout, and it form a new level M15 out. The 30 minute still break to the downside. So even if I take the M15 minute buy, I will only take my TP here. I wouldn't expect to run it unless break this level, break H1, break H4. Then I can think about okay, it might continue up now. So like I'm just like playing time frame to time frame. Does that make sense? So like if we reject up this daily level, and then give me a M15 breakout. For me, M30 is still bearish, so any setup there, my TP would be here. or even like take 80% off and leave running, because yeah, this could be the start of a big run up. But until price break the M30 and break the H4, break the H4, I'm just gonna be like taking partial and leave running. Does that make sense? Just from like in terms of time frame sequence, it has to break a certain time frame before I consider it to be really strong bullish. And to be like, I don't take M1, but M1 would play well for some of the people that that learn BPE, because H4 is bear, H1 is bear, low time frame, go, and normally I do that with all time high. All time high, I take M1 setup. So now for me to take any buy at all will be M15 break to upside at least at TP M30, and any sell I want to see M5 cycle setup. And right now M5 doesn't look like it's showing anything. There's only M1 that's showing setup. So even now, like, still got no pullback yet. Just another long wait. How you going? How's the week been so far? Any trade, AJ? Not getting much set up. Yeah, I find I'm the same with this week. Oh yeah, Monday's the only trade Monday. I mean, I had a look at chart yesterday, but I didn't find setup, so I didn't get no trade yesterday. But it's only Monday that I had a buy and a sell. And obviously today, 2 o'clock, I'll be off the chart now. After this Zoom, and then get some food and probably rest. Go for a jog and then pick my door. I probably won't look at chart again. So probably no setup today. But no setup is not a bad thing, is it? Like, it doesn't, you're not breaking your rules. You're not FOMOing, or you're like this run down here. That's a big 4. I want to see if see even this, like H1 pullback, H1 confirmation. Yeah, M1. Just M1 setup. Ideally M5 would be nice. I would take it to continue. Because H4 is here, H1 here, H1. And that's... I do think we can have a pullback now. But that's just me thinking. That's not like any confirmation for a buy yet. Just because the third leg has extended past its 2 legs, and then this leg itself, 1 leg, 2 leg. So this was the previous low of this leg run down. See, we close below that. Alright guys, I think it's coming to 2 o'clock now. I'm gonna be off chart now. So, any question or anything you want me to look at, any pair, let me know. If not, we'll call it a day. Okay, thanks for joining. again, as always. Hopefully, I'll probably do it next week again. So in the meantime, stay safe, yeah? Take care.